that I singled out. Well, I wouldn't say I singled out. There was about 6. That one should be up about 200% at the open. And Nordstrom might provide a dip buy type of opportunity, depending on if the market's going to run today or what it's going to do. Let's take a look at the market, by the way. It's the on the chart here. So, we're seeing a lot of what we saw last time we dipped down to the bottom of this channel, which was just ranging for the whole week. That's been happening every day after we came out of that bottom. Same pattern happened recently. Market behavior is a real thing, and it comes in stages. And the most recent behavior, you have to believe. So, today might be an up day according to the way these charts are going here. We're going to open somewhere in the middle. Maybe we go down at the open, hit a bottom, and then move up. But we're just ranging, and we still have to work through this 438 top here. Label up these tickers for you. Good morning, Shannon. That Irish? All right, there we go. Yeah, 5 minutes. Market overview. There goes MOHO for more. MOHO is fucking moving. Is mofo. I don't know how we can get that in there. We do need a stock called MOFO, don't we? Is there one? I doubt it. Let's see. No, there is no MOFO, but there is MOHO. So that's good. So MOHO is moving, and a couple of cents every move. It's getting pretty extended, in my opinion. I think it'd be a good idea if you haven't gotten in yet to wait for some kind of a pullback on that, and then risk it on the trend line break of the pullback or on the breakout of the pivot point on the pullback. All right, there is 23 minutes to the open, and in just a couple minutes here, we'll go over the market. Scott, good morning. Reza, morning. Maria, good morning. Josh, if I didn't say it already. Jonathan, Jake, Eugenio, good morning. Dondrell, there you are. Hard to get your brother to consistently go at this, right? Different strokes for different folks. I mean, Jesus, you have to be twins. And even then, you might have different interests. This is serious, I mean, you really gotta want this like really badly in order to dive in and make this work. It's like difference between somebody who skis and who likes to ski, and difference to somebody who likes to go to the beach. I don't know. I guess there are people that like both, but some people just like one, don't like the other. People who like the country versus people who like the city. That's definitely a mindset difference. So, and it can be just different maturity levels, really, too. So maybe later, 5 years from now, you'll get into it. Meantime, we'll continue to introduce him to the right information. on the right track. Powell is scheduled to speak at 10 a.m. today. Oh, all right. I did not see that, but there you go. I know that next week I think they're going to have a Fed meeting, I believe. Let me take a look at that. Pulling it up now. March 15 and 16 is the next FOMC meeting. But okay, perhaps Powell's going to speak today. Is that impromptu, or has that been scheduled for half a year in advance? Maybe there's going to be an update in relation to. Hello, Josh. Good morning. The Discord is free for your first week. He's asking about the price. Free for the first week, and just $40 a month after that. So it works out to be about $10 a week. Pretty reasonable. I think you'll hear everyone say, and well worth the money. I think you'll hear just about everybody say. I think that it's the place to be to make sure that you don't lose money, especially during times like this, and you can make some money. And then when this market is bullish again, we're going to be all over it, all over these, all over that bull market. Bank of Canada rate hike decision at 10 a.m. That ought to be interesting. About Venezuela, when is their rate hike decision? I got Chris to laugh. That's a good one. I mean, come on. All right. I'm going to go live now onto TikTok, unfortunately. Fortunately, however you look at it. And we'll go over the market now. Market overview. Marcus, whenever you capitalize GM, it makes it seem like you're saying, look at GM, General Motors, something's going on. You know what I mean? So we use lowercase GM to say good morning. But good morning to you. Good morning, Strong Zombie. What do you see MOHO break because you tend to steer us away from bearish charts? Oh, no. MOHO is like an alley trade. It's kind of like off the grid. It's a penny stock momentum mover. We're always trading those trades. I'm going to start calling those the alley trades. If you're interested in momentum penny stock trading, MOHO is the top pick this morning at 50 cents roughly right now. If it breaks 52 cents, you can get in for 5 cents of risk. So you'd be looking to hit 61 cents, 62 cents as your price target for a 2-to-1 reward to risk ratio on that. So 52 cent breakout, you can get in for 5 cents of risk. Or you can even get in now for just 3 cents of risk, stop at 47 cents. For an earlier risk, non-confirmation, higher risk, but higher reward potential entry. Max says, I held GM shorts on a swing a couple months back, and every morning they had me freaking out. Everyone's like, GM. Yeah, exactly. On the swing 100, you move up to the next level. At what point? I promise I checked the pin messages first. Like what next level, Chris? Like which next level? If the next level is full, I mean, if you've hit full. Investing in meta platforms, I think Palantir is a really good example of what happens when you get into something that's going to be big in 5 or 10 years. Now, I think Palantir is a really good example of that. You want to see that chart? Yeah, not too good. So if any of those meta platforms plays stocks are extremely beaten down, they're below $10, maybe they're $5, $2, $8, whatever, maybe dribble a little 1% or 2% at it. But overall, I'd rather you invested in growth stocks at the bottom here, at the bottom of the market in the coming weeks or months. Started a full. So once it's full, Chris, you just leave it unless it starts to, um, stop performing, and then you can always take from it. So, I'll teach you more about that later today. Okay. So looking at the markets, we have oil hit $112.50 overnight, $112.50 per barrel. So that's a base of $5.50 for your gas at the pump nationwide in about 2 or 3 weeks. You're going to start to see that as a base, plus taxes and surcharges and fees and importation and any other local and state surcharges. California, for example, could be quite high. Los Angeles is 35% higher than the nationwide average. So you'll be seeing prices minimum of $7.50 per gallon in Los Angeles in about 2 weeks. So this oil supply shock right now going to be hitting everybody hard here in a couple of weeks. Make sure you save up for it. I mean, these are like the wrong time. The typical things that happen during inflation is you also get this geopolitical destability and inflation hitting everybody hard. We had some deflation going on last couple of days. We're down to 1.68% on the 10-year. And but overnight, that's popped up to almost 1.8%. So that's going to put some pressure on growth stocks right now versus yesterday's prices. So we should see the Qs and SPY G, so growth stocks, which typically need to access money or have debt already at variable rates. They are the ones that suffer the most when rates go up. Growth, they still have to cut staff just to make ends meet in order to pay the debt payments. How does SoFi look for today? That's a great question. SoFi has popped up in pre-market to about $13 from $11. SoFi been in business for about 10 years now. They've been publicly traded for about a year and a half. They have not been profitable quarter over quarter over quarter over quarter over year over year over year over year. I don't know how long it takes for anybody to realize that if a bank can't make money and can't be profitable, especially in this environment, there's something wrong. So they reported yet again another loss. I wouldn't trust management. I wouldn't trust SoFi as an investment even farther than my nose. So I wouldn't touch SoFi. Maybe 1% APY attracts you. Go open an account. But outside of that, I wouldn't put your money into this loser of a company. Continuing on for the market report here, we've got like I said, rates pushing up, and that's going to affect growth. So we're probably going to see XLC and XLK. That'd be tech, QQQs, SPY G. So that's the S&P 500 growth stocks. Suffer today, suffer some correction. And value probably is going to have a good day today. If it happens to go down, it's getting really close to the point in which you should snatch some up or average in on your XLP, consumer staples, and XLU, utilities. The VIX has hit 35. It's actually calmed down to about 33 despite what's going on. If the VIX ever gets over 40, that's a good time to get some 6-month puts on the VIX for when it returns back into the low 20s or even the teens. And then you can just cash in on that. And at that time, you also buy calls in the teens and the low teens. So there's constantly a play. You can always play with VIX. VIX is fun. Good morning, RJ. How's it going? Josh, come on in. It's free for a week, Josh Cagle. It's free for a week. Click the link in the description there. If anybody wants to come check out our trading group, click the link in my bio, click the link in the description from the stream, wherever you're watching. Click the link in my profile. That'll bring you on over. It's free for your first week to experience. You can come and check it out and join in the fun. And we'll be trading live in about 12 minutes here when the market opens. Furthermore, anything else here? XLP Staples, XLU Utilities. Well, obviously, energy continues to be on fire with this run up in inflation and oil prices. That also pushes up base material prices and industrials, as well as commodities. Commodities, one of the best reflation bets and inflation bets you can make. Commodities still on a 2-year run right now, and could go another year or two for a total of 400% gains from the bottom. So inflation, commodities always one of the best sectors to buy up whenever there's a market crash. At the bottom, you get some commodities. You really get some soaring gains in the back of your portfolio. The ETF for that best would be DBC. That's the good commodities ETF, DBC. Also, you ought to be in some real estate, at least until we see signs of it keeling over. If you can get about 3% dividend also from VNQ or XLRE, both real estate ETFs. You want to have some real estate mixed into your inflation. Although that, with rate hikes coming, might come under duress, so be ready on that. Also, during these times, you don't want to be in growth stocks during a bearish market. You want to be in value stocks, and you can get into the auto rotating SPY S&P 500 value stocks with the ETF SPYV, SPYV. So that could be a 10% of your portfolio. Some of those are in the XLP and XLU, and you should definitely be in gold. Let's take a look at gold. Gold has broken out of a 2-year channel that it was in recently. So right now it's a little bit at the top of its run. Might do a little correcting, put it in an Elliott wave over the next week or two. But in general, gold is the best way to one of the best ways to hedge against geopolitical tensions, and they call it the apocalypse currency because it'll be here. Gold doesn't change. Gold will be here. Gold will always be gold, no matter what happens in the world. So it is the number one safe haven asset where you can put your money. So typically when there's instability or the VIX is going up, gold starts going up, and it just broke out a couple weeks back. So looking pretty good. I expect it to hit about $2,400 in about a year and a half. Gold moves kind of slow, but it's an excellent hedge in your portfolio. And during bearish times, you should increase your 5% to 10% hedge portion of gold that you have in all of your savings to 20 or 40%. Yeah, very large. During these bearish market corrections or any geopolitical tensions, or when the doomsday clock is ticking up, it's a good idea. All right, so we're also looking at Nordstrom's this morning, JWN, which reported good earnings and good guidance from their holiday quarter. And they were up about 40% pre-market, and they faded it a little bit. We did have some lotto calls on that, so we'll be up a couple 100% on those. And I'm just going to double check if I missed anything here. That pretty much covers it. We have 8 minutes until the market opens. MOHO, M-O-H-O, is a penny stock on the move this morning. It's not, I wouldn't say it's an A opportunity. Might even be B minus or C plus. So, save your money. But if somebody's looking for something and you have to force a trade, which I do not recommend, MOHO is looking like a little bit of a mofo. A little bit of a mofo. MOHO. Leo Halim. Hey, boss, MOHO look bearish. Would you recommend getting out before the bell? No, it's looking bullish, actually. It's looking like the only bullish pre-market penny stock that's moving around. INDO, actually. INDO is showing some signs of strength. But it is below VWAP right now, so that's not necessarily going into the opening bell. Looking like it's going to carry all that strength. Yeah. You bought a bunch of clothes from Nordstrom this week. Oh, nice, Britton. You have to go to Nordstrom Rack, right? Nordstrom Rack. You can get the same stuff, 6 months later material. Oh, yeah, good. Yeah, the Rack. I used to buy Robert Graham shirts. Loved them. from there. Instead of $250, you get them for $40, $70. You could literally flip them on eBay, which I did later when I needed to. That was about 10 years ago. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. And you guys over on TikTok, again, if you'd like to come check out our trading group, just click the link in my profile right now. You can come on over. You can check it out for free. Just click the link in my bio. What was this about? What did you say? Wall Street? Wow. We got to share this sentiment here. Jeb says, Wall Street gamblers add nothing to humanity. Greed is a disease. I guess he wants to go back to walking around with leaves on, eating apples. Maybe get a spear and carve out something, go catch his food the old-fashioned way. But, what can you do? It's, some people don't want to believe in progress, wealth building, productivity, efficiency, increasing the efficiency of mankind. We're not going to get to Mars without doing it. So, it's in different strokes for different folks. That's okay. Chris says, I bet he also wants me to give all my money to people who won't get a job. Right. And they call us selfish. But they're like, what we want to do is we want to take everybody else's money. Yeah, that's not selfish. Yeah. No, earn your money and wanting to keep it is good. That is a good ethic and a good value. To want to obviously help people, give some away, that's even better. But to want to take money from others, man, you're on the wrong side of the aisle if that's what you want to do. That's just incorrect. You don't take people's hard-earned money away from them. Anyway, I digress. Moving forward, before the open, Nordstrom just had a little bit of a spike. Let's see if we can get some kind of dip buy going on Nordstrom this morning. JWN is the ticker. MOHO, by the way, that momentum stock, if you want to get into it, we're going to need it to break 52. However, it did just have a retest failure neckline breakdown and is sitting right on the stop right now at 47. So it's already signaled crap out. So you might want to just stay away from momentum penny stocks this morning. I know that DWAC could potentially be moving, so you can keep your eye on DWAC. And I guess Chris says that NVIDIA or AMD might be moving around. They can be good for day trading. Yeah, DWAC moved up from 92 to 95 this morning. So, 1.5, 2 or 3. What is that? 4 or 5% gain. So it's got some range. Yeah, yes, sir. Thoughts on Okta? Right before the open, we've got 4 minutes until the open, and we'll be looking at our swing 100 a little bit after that, maybe 10 or 20 minutes after that. By the way, if you've got any lottos that you got yesterday, make sure that you let it put in 2, 3, or 5 minutes of opening range, and then check the direction on the break of which direction it takes from there to get a sense for the direction on the day. That's about all you can do. However accurate that is, 65%, 55 to 65%. You never know what's going to happen midday. We are looking like we're going to go up today, perhaps after we go down at the open for a while, or vice versa. It just looks like a ranging day today. General on the market. Okta, it doesn't look that great. Nope. Whoever was asking about Okta, let me take a look at the fundamentals. Oh, well, fundamentals look pretty good. It's just not, maybe 2022 is not its year, but maybe 2023. How far back do you go for determining support and resistance levels? However far back you need to. It just depends on how far back price is retracing. And some levels will be significant and some won't be, a year. It just depends on how things are trading. All right, JWN dropping before the open. We've got 2 minutes and 30 seconds before the open. And we're basically stocking JWN for a 5-minute dip buy. There's not enough range there. There's not enough gap to fade, in my opinion. So anyway, let's see what happens to 2, 3, and 5-minute candles on that. MOHO starting to pop right before they open. MOHO turning into a mofo. Hello, Trunk Kill. Good morning. Hey, Keith. Yeah. Yeah, you can watch SoFi on the open. I don't really, in particular, think it's going to do much, but maybe for a day trade, watch the 2-minute, see where it goes, then watch the 3-minute, 5-minute, have that help you guide your trade, but give it at least 2 minutes. I don't think, there's enough investors and traders, willing to dive into anything right now. So I really don't think that's going to, move things. Okay, you got some lottos. Okay, very cool. No, a year is a starting point. I mean, it's just all relative. Do your chart analysis. Just keep going at that chart analysis. Important resistances and everything. It's maybe a quarter. It's strong. It's a heavy part of chart analysis, trade analysis, and trade management. But this may be only a strong 25% of what you need to be looking at and paying attention to. So it's not the thing. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Banks right now, excellent. All right, we've got 30 seconds until the market opens. Going to be hearing a lot of alerts going on everywhere. Bing, bing, bong. You'll see in just a second here. Breakdowns, breakups, breakouts. All right, here we go. 10 seconds. What's MOHO going to do? Is it going to break 52 cents? If it does, you can grab it, but you're going to need to grab it for 6 cents of risk. All right, here it goes. And MOHO is not really picking up steam. There's no change in volume on the open on MOHO. JWN, there's a lot of volume to the downside of selling at the moment. Okay, our lottos on that, at least mine, is up 392% on JWN at the open. And let's see what it does for the 2-minute range, and then we'll go into the 3-minute and the 5-minute. 25.2 for pivot entry. Yeah, yeah, you could do that. You could try that. Okay, but that's not a 5-minute dip buy. But yeah, you could try that, Mr. M. All right, it's hitting 25.17. We're talking about potentially grabbing a momentum trade on the 25.2 pivot entry with a stop at 24.2. About $1 of risk would be right on that. The market itself, industrials doing fine. Accused, everything's sideways. So it could be very much, Chris, that we're waiting for that for Powell to speak. A low volume open. Not a lot of movement. We're just going sideways. And that is exactly what's happening on JWN. So we're hanging right out at the open here around 24.90. You guys over on TikTok, if you'd like to join our trading group, just click the link in my bio to come check it out for free. Reanimated Mind says IQ is moving up. In regards to resistance levels, though, by the way, there goes MOHO. Okay, who got into MOHO? You got your order set up if you're a momentum day trader. 0.52 for 6 cents of risk, so you're looking for 12 cents a gain to get a 2-for-1 ratio at 52 cents. That's going to be 64-cent price target. So if you're in, all right, RJ got in. You're looking for that to hit, 64 cents at best. Hopefully you have at least 50% of your position by the time you get to 64 cents. But I wouldn't blame you if you took off some underneath every nickel level on the way up here. 55 cents, 60 cents, at 54 cents, 59 cents. And there it goes, sitting 59, 58, 59 cents on MOHO. And there goes JWN. It did break that 25.2 level, so that could be a potential momentum entry for $1 of risk right now on JWN. Dollar of risk on JWN. Dollar of risk per share to your stop. Oh, JWN pushing up even more, all the way up to 25.60. Good. We had no alerts so far, so no breakouts. This is very sideways. CRM crapping out. Is there a big gap? That would be a 3-minute breakout if that's a breakdown. If that's happening, if there's a big gap, we could take advantage of it. No, there's not a big gap. Never mind. So no viable, really quality A trade opportunity on CRM. Never mind. All right, MOHO pulled back to 52 cents. It's now pushing again to 55 cents. JWN is trying to push over that 25.60 level. It's looking pretty good. It just hit 25.75. And we're now at 431% gains on the JWN Lotto. 433% gains. Okay, we have our first alert, and it is about ARIS, A-R-I-S. Who got an ARIS yesterday on the alert? All right, good, Chris. Let's take a look at that really quick. Whoo-wee! And we do have indication, a very special indication that there's been institutional buying going on ARIS. So this could really be quite the IPOU breakout on ARIS Water Solutions, ARIS, since yesterday. Boy, what kind of gains are you looking at there, you guys, already? I was not able to get into that yesterday. Wow, BHP with an outstanding cup and handle breakout. Unfortunately, it's just about a runaway gap. BHP, let's take a look at it. Yeah, pretty nice coming out of the bottom here with good earnings, great margins, stable revenues, high relative strength, BHP. Well, we can always get a starter in it. So I'm going to alert to get a starter in BHP. You guys over on TikTok, if you're interested in joining our trading group, just click the link in my profile. Looking good so far on JWN, but it is starting to slow down a little bit right now. That's okay. You could consider this a weak pullback, which is a sign of extreme strength as far as the upward trend goes. Oh, that might have been a stop that just got hit. Not sure what that was. I didn't put an order in. That probably was a stop on one of our plays. I'm going to have to get that alert out in just a second here. pays to be in the live stream because, I mean, look how long it takes me to get these alerts out. With swing trades, you know, it doesn't matter as much, of course, but it can if something's getting away from you. And pay to show up to these live streams. JWN now at 445% gains. All right, now let me take a look and see if something just got stopped out. That could have been what that was. I think it was, what was that one? PWN? Let me see. I can't get the ticker here. Pan W may have hit its stop. Did in my system. Okay, yeah. We got stopped out of Pan W. I'm not always going to alert those stops. By the way, for the Swing 100, you got to have your stops in. You got to know your stops. But yeah, JWN. I'll just post that in there. JWN. I mean, Pan W has stopped out. Brian, you say you have 8,000 to play with. What is looking promising? I'll tell you what, to send me a private message so that I can make sure that you don't lose any of that money. Because it's going to be very easy for you to lose all that money if you start getting started in this and you start going with the wrong people. And from what I've seen, there's like 9 out of 10, people out there that might be able to tempt you into getting into the stock market. Could really lose you money and not make you money. At the very least, I got to teach you how to not lose any money. Winning money, great. We'll get there. But number one priority is not to lose any money when you start to get into this, because that's just a total waste. The whole reason you do this is to increase your capital, decrease it. Otherwise, you might as well, put that capital to use somewhere else. I mean, you could start up a lawn mowing business or something that you know how to do. This is not a casino. We're here to make money. All right. So that was the case on JWN. I'm going to look at our Swing 100 trades in just a second here. However, I want to go back and see what are the gains on JWN now that we're hitting $26. Make sure you're taking some small profits, like 5%, 10%, underneath every dollar level on JWN. But really try to get that 2-for-1 multiple going, or even 1-for-1 with these momentum breakout trades on JWN. It was $1 at entry at 25.20, so you're looking for 26.20 as the dollar to the upside. Once it hits that positive break-even point, 1/1 in this particular case for momentum breakouts, you should take 50% profits. And then give the rest a little bit more padding, but certainly move up your stop to break even. And then once it moves up enough, some amount, then bring your stop to that point, 26.2. I'm short Pfizer, yeah. I'm already short Pfizer, not much to do there. Looks like the industrials are moving up. The Qs are kind of trying to follow together. That's causing SPY to move up. So the S&P 500 moving up. What am I looking for here? I wanted to look at Pfizer really quick. All right. Well, Pfizer's having a pullback day in a downtrend. That means it's going up. IMPP broke 2. All right. Yeah, it's above VWAP and breaking over VWAP. Yeah, you can get into that trade. Yeah. Yeah. We'll call it like a C plus B minus setup, because it's retracement. I mean, it's like, it's not virgin. There's so many issues with it. Do you want to trade it? At least it's above WAP. That's much I can say. Yeah, 470% gain so far on JWN. All right, let's move back to our Swing 100s and make sure we're piling into them properly. What's up significantly this morning? It looks like possibly CQP. It's pulling back after having gapped up. You should be at probably about a full allocation on CQP. I don't know where we left it yesterday. So if you're not at a full allocation, it's a little bit too far gone now. So you're stuck wherever you have it. Once it's gone this far out of the gate, over 3% gains, you should not be sizing up. It's just too late. You need the padding to be there in order to protect yourself on these trades. All right, so CQP, who has it, and what's your size? NTR is continuing, and we have that in the half category, and that's just a super performer. We did knock that down to a half the other day, but that allowed us to take 50% profits. So you see that's all part of the system. So NTR is way out of the gate, over 10% gains. And we already took profits on that yesterday in order to free up funds on what looked to be a weakness. RS, let's take a look at RS. And RS is at 2% gains. You can move that up to a half position. No, never mind. There's another rule. There's like about 50 rules in this system. No, never mind. Do not move that up on RS. Keep it where it's at the starter level. Reason is it needs to get up and over prior progress before you size up again. If it's already made progress and came back on it, you can't really size up. It doesn't make sense. It's not logical. It's not continuing progress, not virgin progress. It needs to be virgin progress. ATSG, that's sitting okay here at starter. That's fine. And then Pan W, we just cut. We are stopped out of Pan W. NUE. NUE is making some measured progress. We're going to keep that at starter. EC over in the half category. Yep, just continue to make measured progress. Very nice. X, it's up, but pulling back on the day. X, that's steel, a steel company. And STLD, same, up, making good progress. Both of those still good at half positions. And then finally, Venom. Pretty much our top gainer right now was moved into the full position. On this pullback, opening up and now pulling back into yesterday's close and open territory, we should size that down. Time to decrease Venom to half. Go do that right now. I'm going to open that. Decrease Venom to half. How many of you are taking care of that already right now before I even get the alert out? Boom. The alert is now out. Randy, they will be. I mean, they're 1 out of 10. That's typically how frequently we catch one. Oh, yeah, you definitely got to take out half on Venom. It's moving against us today, showing too much weakness, relative weakness on this market right now. Yeah, insane. It should not be doing that. I'm even inclined to drop it down to a starter. Let's just start with this and give it a few more minutes. And I have a micro position of CMC. Let's see how that's performing today. It's hanging out there. I'll just keep it right there. On Nordstrom, I probably am more than that, but that was because of the lotto call. Robert, from yesterday that was alerted in the earnings channel. Make sure you pay attention to the earnings channel in our trading group. That was mentioned yesterday. Yeah, I'm at 485% gains on JWN. If you have any gains to post, you can post them too. No screen cap, but Britain says up 2,600 bucks on SoFi. Way to go. $485% gains on JWN. Let's see how long it'll last here. We're getting extended off of the moving averages. I will cut it at a breakdown of 25.7. So it's getting close. I'm going to be on my toes here. 25.7 breakdown. I would cut it. Pivot point breakdown. Like 25.67. Yeah, it was a lotto. That's how. The market's going up. So, I mean, that ought to help JWN. The market in all three indices broadly moving up. And let's see if there's any alerts here. Breaking out today, we have steel. How does that feel? Breaking out today on people's alerts is steel. We already got in a couple days ago. So we already caught the early pivot on that. Got to feel good. Steel with triple digit quarter over quarter annualized gains, earnings, profits, triple digit, over 1,000%, and 120% year over year, quarterly annualized revenues. So triple digit. And they're sporting a 31% gross margin. So they're just basically like a whale shark. Just the mouth is really wide open, and they are just having a great year. X and STLD, the other one that we have, also really good. All right, JWN continuing. I'm now at 500% gains. I gotta take a screenshot on that. We'll go back and erase some of those that are in the poster gains. I mean, they're getting all in there, but it's exciting, right? 520% gains now on JWN. Look at it, it's pushing up into the 2640. So now you see that nice push that it made. You're over your 1-to-1 momentum reward to risk ratio. Okay, do you understand? You following me? It was $1 to get in, right? Dollar risk. And now you have $1 a gain. So at least move your stop to break even, but start to get very conservative. Don't really let it get back on that dollar gain. Now just get all out if it comes back to 26.2, which is where your dollar profit would be. You understand? Because then you've secured profitability for yourself. It's like, remember when we're talking about the coin flips, and you have to pay $1 when you lose, but you get $1 when you win, or $2, whatever it is. So you're winning now. You're now in the profitable expected value zone. And so this is like the money is right there. It's heads. It came up heads, and they've got the money in front of you. I do not want you to get to the point where the money disappears. And the money disappears at $26.20. Do you understand? So now you're going to be unprofitable. You're not going to be a profitable trader if you let your trades go above your expected value break even and then let them go back underneath. That is like winning and not taking those winnings when you're supposed to. You got a coin flip, you need to take the money. So watch your stops. You can give it a little bit of variance. You should still be okay. Was Rio stopped out yesterday? I believe it was, yes. Chris, I think, mentioned that as well. And I think I am also stopped out on Rio. Let me go take a look. If you guys over on TikTok are interested in joining our trading group, click the link in my bio, click the link in my profile, come on in. Well, coulda, shoulda, woulda joined our group yesterday, and you would have made the money, yeah. But you absolutely need these kinds of gains on these trades because lottos are about 20 to 1. So you really need 2,000% gains every 20 lotto plays that you place or more in order to break even on the possibility. So there it goes. JWN breaking your 1-to-1 expected value break even. You got to exit if you were in JWN for the dollar of gain there. You're at your long-term expected value break-even stop, pulling back on you. Now me, I can wait until the pivot, 25 points, because I'm on a different trade. I have a different entry. I have a different risk. I'm on a whole different system than you. But if you took that dollar of risk momentum breakout trade this morning, you need to get out of your dollar plus side at this point now, 26.2. So I'm still holding though to see if it continues to remain supported at 25.75 pivot. Will the dollar lose its value? No, Brianne. I mean, from here, it's going on a nice little run, but no, we're reflating the economy, and America continues to be strong, and it's going to get stronger. And no, I think the dollar is going to continue to rise over time. We're going to raise our rates. We're going to get people, productive again. Everything's going to get back to where it was within about a year and a half. So you're still in Rio, okay? So as far as that goes, let's take a look at that then for you. Oh, Rio's doing good, yeah. So you're still in Rio, great. You should increase that to full. What percentage are you up on, Mike? Mike, what percentage are you up? On the trade, not necessarily R. What percentage is the trade up? For Swing 100, that's a little bit more important. Like where was your entry, where it's at now, you divide that, and you get your percentage for PNL. Anyway, if it's over 2%, then you need to increase to full on Rio. Chris, would you have liked a wider stop on Rio? I can widen stops, but during these times, it can be good to get stop options. Well, now, yeah, overall as a system, where we're placing our stops during bearish markets, going to suck a little bit more, but it's going to be worthwhile a little bit more too, because it's going to preserve your capital and keep you mostly flat, if not gaining, during these bearish market periods. During bullish market periods, instead of using low of days as a stop or possibly a very close recent pivot low, we'll use a pivot low. That'll open up the throttle a whole bunch during bull markets. And then we'll also increase our top side targets from 10% to 20 to 25%. That one, NTR though, however, was a super performer. So we're actually going to let it run a little bit more freely. And we also chopped it down to half position, 50%, took off 50% gains already. So there's no need to really take profits at this 10% level right now. We're going to just let it run. Super performer. All right, that's a failed neckline breakdown over on JWN. If it breaks 25.88, then I'm going to cut like instantly. Unless it can find that support, and then this is the top. Really now, a 25.90 even. 25. Yeah, there it is. Okay, getting out. What? Why can I not get out? Because I switched accounts before I sent that order in. There you go. So I'm exiting at 485% gains. I'm gonna make a ploy to get the mid here. I don't know if I'll get it. Give it a second. Oh, there we go. All right, got filled on the mid on a little bit of demand there, and that's that. JWN, I think the total gains were probably about 500% there because of the mid, the little mid price I just got. That's it. That's the end of JWN Lotto for me. That's the proper place to exit. Now, if you had that dollar of risk momentum, you should have also cut at 26.20. You would also have been in a much better situation there as well. Why Rio? Somebody asks. Let's take a look, shall we? Excellent EPS, excellent revenue growth, incredible margins, and that's been going on for a while. Very highly rated in all categories across the board. Ranked 89th percentile in their sector, in their industry. So one of the top 10% in their industry, and breaking a double bottom cup and handle formation, creating some momentum. So as a matter of fact, you guys, we can get into Rio. Let me double check the percent gains. We can actually get back in. Not too far gone. Let me check on that. It's only 3% out of the gate. You know, our limit really is 5%. Rio, you could grab a starter, should be okay. A starter. So if you guys want to get on top of that, grab a starter on Rio, RIO. Put the stop at the bottom of yesterday's candle, 79. Stop at 79. And it's at 82.80. So that's $3.80 of risk, almost $4 of risk. You guys over on TikTok, if you want to come check out our trading community, just click the link in my bio, and we'll see you in here. All right, the alert is off. Who's already in Rio? Well, I mean, because of what I just said, not who's been in. You're looking good though, Mike, on that one. Yeah, way to go. You're in a good spot. You should increase that to full. Good looking position. Link not working. That might be the case if you're banned from some bot has banned you on Discord. Your IP address might be banned. Try again in a couple of minutes, and it might work. But just send me a private message, okay, and I'll get you the right link if there's something wrong. DWAC is hitting 100, says Rebecca. DWAC up, I think that's what, $5. So there's some momentum going on over on DWAC. It looks like also JWN held the previous pivot. Still feels double toppy and toppy. up to you if you want to get back in and see if you can hold all day through the pivots. It's going to require you risking 25.88, 26.45, 60 cents of risk. RS and EQT, how's that going? That was an entry yesterday. EQT, woof. What's the size we got on EQT? Chris, can you remind me? What's the size we last had on EQT? Starter? Oh, no, you got to move that to, what percentage are you up on it, Chris? Yeah, time to move that to a full. Increase EQT to full. And that alert is off. So MOHO is falling like a MOHO. That's a good one. If it was going up, it'd be a MOFO, but unfortunately, it's crapping out like a MOHO. Oh, you got in Boulder, you did. Oh man, I would love to be in Boulder. You should have let me know, Cameron. Oh, yeah, it's still actually in a decent area there. I'm gonna wait for it to get some more confirmation going in a little bit here. Hardy har. All right, you guys, that's the morning session. As far as this momentum goes, looks like we're on top of everything. We're sitting very pretty here. I'll see you in the group. The market is grinding up, so I do believe that that's going to hit a top at, again, 438, and then we're going to rip down. So be careful. Somewhere in midday, we might hit that top 438 level on SPY. Somewhere around there, that's going to start to draw. You're welcome, guys, and see you in the group. All right.